please check with the representatives. I love the Lazer Bond.
It's kind of cool.
This is so cool, and we'd love to hear from you if you have this, because when you watch what, I always just kind of think of it when I go to the dentist and you get bonding, you know, in your teeth, and they put that light on it, and it stays forever and ever and ever. It's really that same concept,
It really is that same concept. Well, this is what they look like. It's a liquid resin, okay, that stays in a liquid form until you hit it with the UV light that comes with them. You're getting two of these tubes with a carrying case.
Free shipping.
Oh, I didn't.
We don't usually do that. Free shipping and handling.
That's kind of cool.
It is very cool, and we also have it available with 2 flex pays on top of that.
Well, let me show you something amazing.
Okay,
now take a look at this piece of plexiglass I have right here, okay? And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. Instead of just putting a little dot here and hardening it, I'm actually gonna build a little tower. Okay, now watch this. I know, right? I'm gonna try something new.
Getting daring.
Well, let's see how this works out.
Okay.
But watch what I'm gonna do, because here's the thing. I can put a little dab of this down here. See, that's gonna stay liquid, okay, until I do this. And in just a couple of seconds, that's gonna be fully hardened. Okay, now that's kind of impressive, right? But watch how quickly this dries. Okay, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start going up with this, and just watch what I do. Watch this. See how it hardens as it's coming right out of there?
Oh, that's too cool.
Right, and that's actually, watch this. Just like that. That's already hard. The whole thing I just did, if I break that off of there, look at that. That is one solid piece right there that I just created. Isn't that kind of neat? And it turns into a plastic. Yeah, and look at this. I can't pull that apart. That is a hard plastic right there that I've just created in just a couple of seconds, okay? So that's the neat thing about this, is that you can just make a hard plastic that quick and easy. But let's do a practical application with this, okay? Let's say, for instance, that I wanted to mount a little hook like this on a mirror, or maybe on the sliding doors for my shower, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of the Lazer Bond on the back like this. Now remember what I said earlier, if I push this down like this, I can move this around till the cows come home, because it is not gonna dry like a standard glue until I hit it with that UV light. And then what you want to do is you want to give about 3 seconds or so on each little section where you've put it. So you're going to see, I'm just going to take my time, and to your point earlier, the same thing they do at the dentist. When they give you a filling and they put that light in your mouth, that's what's going on, is they're actually hardening, they're curing the resin that they used to put that on there. Okay, now watch this, you ready? Wow. I mean, just that quick and easy, we got that on there, it hardened, that's stuck on there now.
And I love that it's clear too, Lou. I mean, that's a huge, if you're doing little intricate things like we're going to see, you don't want to see anything white and gooey, right? You want it to be clear.
Well, and that's the thing about this, and what's the problem with a lot of the glues that are out there, is you get that overspray from them, and then they start to, when some of them harden, they actually get bigger, you know what I mean? It comes out even more. Look at this, you can repair any kind of plastic, glass, you can do metal. There's so many things that you can do with Lazer Bond, and you know what? You're right, it is clear when it's done. And you're getting 2 tubes of this, and you don't use a lot to do any repairs. For instance,
seeing that,
check this one out, okay? Now here's a little football, okay, a little kid's toy. And clearly there's a problem here, because I have a pin. I have a pin sticking in the end of this, okay? So if I take that out, I'm gonna put it in the water right here, and I'm gonna squeeze the end. Clearly there's a problem, okay? So I'm gonna dry this off real quick, just make sure the end of this is nice and dry. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Lazer Bond. I got so many of them over here. All right, now watch this. I'm gonna put a little Lazer Bond right there. And I think the hole was right about in this vicinity, so I'm just gonna make sure I cover the whole end, just like that.
Okay.
Now, if that were a glue, in about 25 minutes or so, it might start to dry. With Lazer Bond, and see the way it fluoresces when I hit it?
Yes.
So we're gonna count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Make sure we get the whole thing I just did. I think I did in one shot, actually. Watch this. Gonna put it back in the water, I'm gonna squeeze. Nothing is coming out of the end of that.
And that was less than 5 seconds.
Well, and you can see right there where I put it, but clearly, look at that. You got to look for it. But there it is right there in the end. And it hardened that quickly. So think about all the repairs around the house.
Look at the jewelry right now. I mean, my earrings.
Why is that the first thing you went to?
I know. Shocking, right? Or here, we're looking at the stem on a glass.
Yeah, stem on eyeglasses. I mean, so many. This one's impressive because coral is very porous. Glue would get sucked right into that. But look what he did there. Put the Lazer Bond on, lifted it up in seconds. Now, there's the jewelry. Piques your interest again. Let me show you that one real quick. I can do that live too, because I can show you that. Oh, this is great here, doing plexiglass. Oh my gosh, it is, you know, for repairing glass. Yes. Right here, putting the handle back on. Take a look at this piece of jewelry right here. Lynn, let's imagine you wanted to wear this out one night. You looked at this, you said, this is gonna go great with my outfit. You go to
if it looks like that, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be able to wear it.
Now, here's the problem. If you wanted to get this fixed, you'd probably have to take it to a jeweler. If you tried to glue this, you wouldn't be wearing it that night. Look what I just did. I just laid that chain on top of it, okay?
Right.
Now I'm gonna put some Lazer Bond on there. this.
Come on,
oh,
really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not kidding around here. Watch this. And what I'm gonna do is, because it dries clear, I'm just gonna make sure I put enough on there, let it kind of fall into it a little bit. I'm gonna hit it with the light, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, just like that. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna pick it up now. Watch this.
Get
voila.
Out of town.
Just like that, I fixed that. And because it dries clear, it doesn't look ugly and unsightly.
No,
so you could actually put that on and wear it out right now.
You would never knew it was broken.
No, you would never know. And that's the thing about Lazer Bond. That's the whole point.
Arts and crafts, people absolutely love and adore. And I just want to mention this offer one more time because you're getting a set of 2 and they come in this little case, so it's always right there when you need it and protected. And we have the free shipping and handling. Already close to 800 of these have been selected.
Wow.
And the fact that you can get it home for under $9 and give it a try.
Isn't that awesome?
This is kind of like the lights. I mean, don't wait until you have an issue. We all do. We have those little things like, I'll get to it. Yeah, one of these days.
Better be prepared. All right, for crafters, they go absolutely berserk for this. My wife Kelly's a big crafter.
I know.
And she loves to do things with glass. And when she first saw this, the first thing she said was, oh my God, the things I could make with this. For instance, take a look here. If you're working with ribbons, it's awesome with that. If you're working with sequins, great with that. If you're doing little stones, you can work with that as well. I'm gonna grab one of these tubes right here, and I'm just gonna put one of these stones on here on the end. Oh, see, you know what? Matt did a show earlier. He put it. He put that on there. I don't like his color choice, but all right, we'll go with it. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of Lazer Bond on the back. You don't have to do a lot, and that's the beautiful thing about this. Just put a little bit. Now remember, if I put that on there and I say, you know what, I don't like the way that is, I can move it. I can turn it until I get it the way I want it to go. And if there's a little overspray there, I just wipe that off, and it's no harm, no foul. Then I just hit it with the light like this. Now watch this. This is so cool. Give it a couple seconds. 1, 2, 3, come around the side, and notice the light's actually going underneath the stone. That's kind of neat. 1, 2, 3. Make sure we got everything. Just like that. And instead of waiting for a glue to dry.
Oh, look at that.
That's already on there.
And I could do that on a lampshade too if I wanted to like decorate.
Anything you want to put it on. See this right here? Watch this. I'll do this one even faster, okay? If I want to put, notice we started putting these little stones around the top, and this is kind of random. I don't know why. But watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of Lazer Bond. Put it in the back of this. This is why crafters love this. And I can put it here. And again, move it around. Put it wherever you want to get it. Okay, where are you guys at? There you go. Watch this. Now I'm going to, whoops, there we go. Watch this. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. And I'm going to tell you something, too. I've tried to get these off of here. They will
They're not going. Look at that.
That will not. Wow. That is not going anywhere, friends. That is on there.
Kidding.
So if you want to work on craft projects, do them quickly and have the ability to change your mind while you're working. This is for you.
I like that because as crafters, we do that. You know, you want to. Hey, listen, I want to add something here, there, and just about any type of surface.
Any kind of surface you want. In fact, we've got some great examples here. Look at that. I love this right here because you see the plastic, you see the glass. You know, right here, that's like, I don't know what that is. That's like metal onto wood. I mean, so many different surfaces, different things you can do. But for instance, like look at this right here. This is one that's always really impressive to me. You might look at this and go like, oh, big deal. You fix a little pull strap on here. Listen, this is leather, okay? If you try to put glue on leather, what do you think is going to happen? It gets sucked right into that, and you got to sit here for like 25 minutes holding this together.
And then it's going to be all white and residue all over.
We did that in just a couple of seconds, okay? And that pull strap is on there good. It's not going. It's not going anywhere. This flip flop, dear to my heart down here in Florida, believe me. You know, these things break all the time. You think, oh, no big deal, but after you buy your flip,
happened to me the other day.
Did it? Yeah, well, this is actually one of the parts that's on the bottom that came off. And look what I did. I put that on there with the Lazer Bond, and that is solid. That is not going anywhere. That's not glue. That's Lazer Bond that's on the bottom of that. The eyeglasses, we saw that in the video just a moment ago. Look at that. Fix that frame that broke in half. Kids snorkel right here. They're masked. Look at that right there on the side. That's where you have to really look for it. That's where the hole was. We repaired that. Maybe this is one of the most impressive things to me, and this is the one that I am like the most guilty of doing often. Breaking a hose. If I'm out there working in the garden with something sharp, this hose is a dead man, okay?
Right.
But we fixed the hole that was right. You could still see the hole through there, but there's Lazer Bond on that. But then what I did to make sure that was extra, extra strong is I went all the way around the back, kind of like the old belt and suspenders. Made sure that that was on there. It's going to hold the pressure and it's not going to blow off.
Isn't that cool? So it's water resistant too then.
Yes,
so as we're showing you here, they go back in the pool, the water's coming through it. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at, we just did what? Wood, we did vinyl, we did glass, we did leather. I mean, all of your different little, fun little projects. And they're telling us that with the free shipping and handling, those of you who already have this product, you love it, love it, love it. You are stocking up today. And the Flex Bay, really, really smart to do. It's those little projects you're like, oh, this is a little godsend.
Yeah, it really is.
Really making my life that much easier.
All right, now I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Because it's not just for making repairs, it's for fabricating too.
Oh. Oh.
You know what a 3D printer is, right?
Right.
Where you can actually make three-dimensional objects. All right, I want to show you something here. Now, if you got kids that are going back to school, you've seen these buckles recently, I guarantee it. They're on everybody's backpacks, okay?
Right.
All right, now what happens if you break one of these pieces off and the buckle's gone? You got to buy a whole new backpack, okay? Look at this, though. What we did was we took that, put it into a little piece of clay, and we made a mold of that piece. Now, this side right here is actually a piece of Lazer Bond that we built. Look at that. That is an exact 3D replica. I'm gonna hold this up next to this just so you can see.
Yeah.
It is an exact 3D replica of that black piece right there, because we made it by filling the hole in this, the mold. We made a mold. We filled it with Lazer Bond and went over it with the UV light and did another layer and another layer. It took me like, a couple minutes to do, not very long actually, but I made a brand new piece. So now I can glue this on with Lazer Bond to the missing part, and I made my own. You're not throwing anything away.
And it'll be just as strong. I mean, you'll be fine.
Oh my God, yes. It might actually be stronger
than the
because
other
this is
plastics.
such a strong resin.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you are just tuning in with us, it's two. You're getting two of the full pins, and they're really simple and easy to hold, just like holding a pen, if you will.
And actually, and the nice thing is the applicator tip on this is so fine. I'm gonna do this thing. The applicator tip is so fine on this that you're not gonna waste a lot. Now, anybody know what this is? This is one of those remote control deals from a car that opens up the doors. Okay, have you ever lost one? Or broken one?
Yes, and it's
hundreds of dollars.
Oh,
hundreds of dollars, because there's actually like a little computer chip inside of this. Okay, notice this guy's got a crack right there, but it's not just a crack. That's what we call an air gap. There's a piece missing. You're gonna have to throw this away because you can't push that together and glue it without breaking it. But Lazer Bond to the rescue. Watch this. I'm gonna fill that hole with Lazer Bond, just like that. Gonna hit it with the light. And in just a few seconds, I'm gonna be able to put my keys back on here. I'm gonna be able to put the key ring on here. This is never gonna fall off again. Look at that. And we just made a brand new piece of plastic right in the middle there. This is fixed. I just saved you $100 minimum on this.
If not more.
Just then.
Yeah, just with the laser.
And you're welcome.
Thank you, Lou. So
My
there's
pleasure.
the wood we're showing. I mean, there's people have a lot of questions in terms of, what can I use it on? And what can I is pretty much what we should do.
Well, I was going to say, when I get to the point where I find that thing that you can't do, I'll let you know.
You'll let us know. Okay, because we're showing virtually every possibility as we're looking at here. We have a 3.5-minute clock up on the screen, super duper busy. And tell me you are going to do this on these beads.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try, okay? Watch what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do here, okay? So we've got two different pieces. Now, this is just a little plastic bead, from Mardi Gras. If you lose it, who cares? A little kid might care a whole lot, okay? Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of Lazer Bond on one end like this.
So if that gets on your skin,
I'm going to push these two together.
You don't have to worry because you didn't cure it yet, right?
Nope. Don't have to worry. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, just like that. You ready for this? Okay, watch. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, sorry. I keep doing that. Watch this. Look at that. And fixed that quickly and easily. And all I did was just put a little tiny bit of Lazer Bond on there, and look at that. So now you can give it back to the kids, and they're not going to be crying because that was their favorite that they got from somebody.
Well, how many times too? I mean, during I know with my nephews and all the little remote control, cars and things like that, and airplanes, there's always something breaking and little pieces that are coming off, and they start crying. That's my favorite piece, and it's like, well, what do you do? This is like 2 seconds. You just put the glue on. You can manipulate it wherever it works best for you. And then as soon as you cure it with that unique light, in a matter, what do you do? 3 seconds?
I do 3 seconds. You could do 5, or you could do 2. It's up to you. And it also depends on how much you put on there. And by the way, don't use too much. You don't really need to. I'm going to show you this again because I love
that's very cool.
I figured,
we are super busy, Lou, for good reason. Over 1,000 just in this presentation. No, that's okay. If you are just tuning in, it's the 2-pack. It's the actual case that it comes in, and we're doing the free shipping, which is definitely a treat. Yeah.
Well, now watch what I'm going to do here, because sometimes people see this and they're like going, oh, there's not really a hole in the football. Watch this. I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to just jam it right into that football like that, okay? So clearly, we've got an issue with this football right now, okay? I'm going to go down to the water right here. I'm going to place the football in the water. I'm going to squeeze it. Bubbles. Yeah. We got bubbles, so there's definitely a hole in this, okay? So if this was a kid's float, and again, sometimes it's all about just saving the afternoon. You know what I mean? Yes. Because you don't want the kids crying, you don't want them upset. I'm going to take one of these tubes here. Watch what I'm going to do. I think the hole's somewhere in this vicinity. So I'm going to put a little bit of Lazer Bond right on the end here, make a little crisscross pattern, just to be safe. All right? That's the problem, is I can't see the hole sometimes. They're so tiny.
You need your readers.
Now look at that. Yeah, I need my readers. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I'm feeling pretty good about that. How about you? Okay. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to place it back in the water, and I'm going to squeeze. And I am squeezing. There is nothing coming out of that. I did it that quickly. And that's the nice thing about this, because again, if this were a glue, how long would it be sitting here waiting?
Oh, forever. And then 9 times out of 10, it's going to leave some kind of residue.
That's residue.
Yeah.
And you know what the funny thing is? I'll get some on my fingers every once in a while I'm working out here, okay? Yeah. My fingers are not sticking together. They're not, you know.
I saw that.
You know, I just wipe it away on my hands. And I love this right here because, again, on porous surfaces like leathers or corals or stones, you can use it on those. Love the
three-dimensional.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can build, you can fabricate parts. I mean,
it's that's awesome. That stuff. You said this is going to blow your mind. When you did the little thing for the buckle, I was like, you got to be kidding. And you get 2. And free shipping and handling while quantities last. Right. So we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock, I believe.
Yep.
All righty. Well, I hope everybody had a fun afternoon shopping. I know I certainly